Okay, let's start with a really hard truth. Working yourself to the bone, it guarantees absolutely nothing if you happen to fall into one of 5 invisible traps. It's a bitter pill to swallow, I know, but it perfectly explains why so many incredibly smart, deeply hardworking people stay flat broke. So let's dive right into this explainer to uncover exactly what these wealth blockers are and, more importantly, how we can avoid them. Picture this scenario for a second. Imagine a truly fantastic doctor. They raise their fee from 500 to 1500 rupees, they've got a line of patients wrapping around the building, and by all normal standards, they are incredibly successful. But here's the catch. They have 0 time to breathe. Why? Because they're physically capped by the 24 hours in a day. So why does this, the hardest working doctor out there, still fall short of true wealth?
Well, this highlights our very first trap. High-income skills are fantastic, they really are, but if you're solely selling your time, you are always going to lose out to the entrepreneur who builds an ecosystem. Think about it. The doctor working alone is literally just trading hours for rupees. The entrepreneur, on the other hand, they own the entire hospital and hire a whole team of doctors.
The secret sauce here is leverage. You absolutely must shift from being the lone operator to the person who leverages a team. And leverage just means using systems or other people's high-income skills to multiply your earning potential way beyond your own physical limits. In the business world, it's the seller, the one controlling the system, not the buyer who controls the real wealth.
Now, I know exactly what you're probably thinking. Starting a massive hospital or building some giant business from scratch? Yeah, that isn't for everyone. But there is a second path here that most people just completely misunderstand. If you can't build a business, buy one instead. You can actually do this by acquiring equity through the stock market.
Just look at this staggering number, 1,100%. Instead of risking, say, 1,000,000 rupees to start a small, highly risky local business, strategic investing can yield explosive returns. The source points out that taking partnerships in top small-cap companies can result in a potential 1,100% growth over 5 years, and that's just by partnering with companies that are already winning.
The massive mistake people make is treating the stock market like a casino, right? They gamble on penny stocks, just crossing their fingers for a quick lottery win. But true investing, it's simply a strategic equity partnership. It's buying a slice of a business that is already succeeding and letting their hard work compound your money over time.
Okay, which brings us to the third blocker. What actually happens when the money finally does start rolling in? Usually, it creates this total illusion of luxury. People instantly run out and buy flashy cars or the newest smartphone just to impress strangers. Strangers who, let's be honest, are way too busy worrying about their own lives to even notice what phone you're holding.
I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. It says, you can only afford a restaurant when you stop looking at the right side of the menu. Seriously, think about that. If you still have to scan the prices on the right side to decide what you're going to eat, you cannot truly afford that luxury yet. It's just a fake flex.
Buying uncomfortable designer shoes or shiny new gadgets that are literally going to be worthless in 2 years, that completely drains your capital. These are depreciating assets. You're basically killing your wealth before it even has a chance to compound into real wealth. And real wealth only comes from true investments, business equity, and cash-flowing assets.
And this leads right into our fourth trap, your inner circle. It is really worth taking a hard look at your friends right now and asking yourself a tough question. Will these people be living your dream life in 10 years? Are they actively pushing you forward, or are they keeping you exactly where you are right now?
This whole concept illustrates what the source calls the gym osmosis effect. Look at how this works. Just by standing in a gym every day for a year, you naturally absorb the habits of the fit people around you. You see them lifting, you see them eating protein, and you automatically adapt. Well, guess what? Wealth works the exact same way. You basically have to make a choice between the comfort zone and the growth zone. The comfort zone is staying with underachievers because, well, they make you feel smart. But if you want to be rich, you have to engineer your environment. You have to intentionally put yourself in rooms where you are the poorest person. It's incredibly uncomfortable, sure, but it is literally the only way to force growth. Which brings us to blocker number 5, the fear of sales. Let me be clear, this is the one crucial skill you absolutely cannot avoid. People constantly crave these comfortable, safe, white-collar jobs where they never have to sell a thing. But here's the reality. Without sales, no business makes money. And if a business makes no money, it can't pay its HR department or its accountants. As the source highlights, with a great quote from author Shiv Khera, salespeople are the first to be hired and the last to be fired.
Selling is the core engine of everything we do. Actually, even convincing someone to marry you is a form of sales. You're essentially pitching a lifelong partnership, right?
To really break out of the middle class, you have to face customer rejection. You have to learn human psychology, and you need to embrace commission-based work over a fixed, safe salary. Look, a fixed salary is comfortable, but it is permanently capped. Commission? That gives you unlimited scaling based purely on the value and volume you actually bring to the table.
Now, as you start generating income, how are you managing your time? Look at this contrast. You could be saving pennies by spending 3 hours washing your own car just to save 500 rupees, versus buying time by outsourcing that manual labor. The wealthy don't wash their own cars because they intrinsically understand that their time is their most valuable asset. They buy their time back to focus on their health or scale their business.
This is exactly why you see wealthy people playing games like golf or chess. Success isn't about manual labor or how much you physically sweat. It is entirely about the quality of the strategic decisions you make. Just one phenomenal move in chess or one brilliant business decision is worth 1,000 hours of blind manual hard work.
So we've covered the hidden traps, right? Selling time, avoiding equity, buying fake luxury, hanging with the wrong crowd, and running away from sales. Which leads us to the ultimate, probably most provocative insight of this entire explainer. With all of this in mind, why aren't you rich yet?
Well, the answer lies in something called the deserve factor. This is the universal principle that you do not get what you simply want or wish for in life. You get exactly what you deserve based on your actions. The universe is entirely objective. If you're broke right now, it is simply because your past decisions have not made you deserving of wealth yet.
I know that sounds a bit harsh, but honestly, it is deeply empowering. Decisions lead to actions, and actions lead to results. Your current bank balance is a direct, undeniable reflection of your daily choices. So, do you choose to mindlessly watch TV tonight, or do you choose to build a business, read a book, and invest?
The universe is not going to hand you a single penny more than you deserve. So, the path forward is crystal clear. Upgrade your environment, master the art of sales, stop buying fake luxury, and become truly deserving of the wealth you want. The blueprint is right here in front of you, so tell me, are your daily actions making you deserving of the wealth you desire, or is it time to completely change your trajectory?